Today's set is one that was gifted to me around Christmas time at the end of 2024. It is my first ever Unitron set, so I'm really excited about that. Getting a Unitron set has been on my bucket list for a long time, but there were only ever 4 sets made for the series, and therefore they're super expensive, especially since one of them happens to be one of the few monorails ever made. So this is set 1789, Starhawk 2 from 1995. This probably won't be a super long review because this set is pretty small, but I did think it deserved its own video because Unitron was such an amazing series, and this is a really great set. Before I forget, I do want to mention that this set really reminds me, at least shape-wise, of a Spyria set. I think it's called the Saucer Centurion. It has that same kind of octagonal shape, and it's probably right around this time. I feel like Spyrius was around 94 and this was 95. So yeah, it would have been right around this time. So I definitely think it probably inspired this set at least a little bit. The Unitron series is very easy to pick out based on its color scheme. The blue with the translucent dark blue colors, the translucent neon green, and then the black and light gray. So all of those colors together really sets this series on its own. Something I've always loved about space sets, but particularly 90s space, is how cohesive the sets are with each other. They typically picked a color scheme and stuck with it, and I really love that. It's something that I wonder why they don't do as much of today. I mean, the sets today are still cohesive, but they include a lot more colors, and I really liked the limited color schemes they would do for space sets in the 90s, and of course the 80s as well. So this set is close to 300 pieces, which is pretty surprising actually. It looks like it should be a lot less than that, but I have checked it several times, and that is what it says on BrickLink. And it does come with 2 minifigures, so I'll go ahead and show you the minifigures first. So first up we have the Unitron Chief. I love the patterned helmets they had around this era. The torso is amazing in dark gray with the light gray arms and the blue hands. The Unitron minifigures were top tier for sure. There you can see the face printing a bit closer. I think this head is really only found in space sets. It's not in a lot of sets. I think BrickLink said 7 sets total, but Unitron and RoboForce I think are kind of the ones it's most known for, but it was a great head printing at the time. Then you have just your standard looking Unitron minifigure. Same torso, same legs. The helmet does not come with the printing, so it's just a plain yellow helmet. I love that the helmets are yellow though. Yellow and green are like my favorite colors, so anything that comes in yellow I'm a fan of. And of course in space it really pops. And then he has a slightly different head. This head is also, I think, pretty notably known for mostly space sets. I didn't double check it, but I feel like with the headset printing, it was just found in a lot of space sets around this time. Definitely more popular than the other head from this set, but still iconic of the era. I love this device they built with this hose for him. That was a great feature. The hose is going to be the most expensive part of that, but even that's not going to be super expensive, so if you wanted to build more of these, it wouldn't be too difficult. But 2 wonderful minifigures for this set. So now for the build itself, kind of starting towards the back end here. This piece is movable, so always having a movable feature is nice. On either side here, these do open up, and there's little devices hidden inside, so those move out. They're on little hinged pieces. I don't know, blasters or something of that sort. So you can tuck those back inside, and then these close over top of them. Where this little arrow tile is, this whole front section removes. Try to do it without knocking anything off. So this flying device is removable. Kind of reminds me of the little front ships on the Deep Freeze Defender. Like it had 2 very similar style builds. They were on skis, of course, because it was Ice Planet, but definitely reminds me of that style build. Has the same windscreen too. But yeah, your minifigure can fly this device by itself. There is a little patterned slope piece inside there. These great decorative elements. I love all of the translucent neon green pieces scattered throughout this set. Like I said, I know there's... Oh, it was right behind me. I should have pointed that out. The Deep Freeze Defender. I'm talking about it and not paying attention, but it's actually right back there. So yeah, so this segment does remind me of these little segments there. I think they look pretty similar. But like I was saying, that's basically the extent of this ship. Got some nice decorative pieces on the bottom as well. But you know there would be so much playability with a set like this. I would have loved it as a kid. I'm sure kids today would love a set like this. Unfortunately, with Unitron being so rare, and there's only 4 sets, and the sets are all decent size, like there's not a, you know, like a 15-piece Unitron set. Usually series like Mtron has this tiny set that you could part together pretty easily. There's not an equivalent set for Unitron that would be super small and easy to part together, which I think is another reason they're all very expensive. I think even the smallest set from this series, which is under 200 pieces, is still going for like $55 or something like that as a starting price. I think you really need to be a true Unitron fan if you want to buy one or try and part it together, because it's gonna cost a pretty penny, even though the sets aren't that big. I'm really excited to have this. Obviously, I'll be putting this in my Lego world. It may already be there by the time I post this video. I'm not exactly sure, but it is an 11 out of 10 rated set. I do love it. And if you get the opportunity to get any of the Unitron sets, especially that monorail, the whole series is wonderful.